Ladies and gentlemen, in order to make Volkswagen successful again, important elements are the regions, like Europe and China. We want to be successful there, but in fact, by 2020, we want to generate positive results in all the major markets. In North America, we want to write a comeback story. In North America, Volkswagen needs to develop from a niche provider to a relevant and profitable volume car maker. The United States are not just a very large, but also a very profitable car market. Nowhere else can you make more money by selling cars than in the United States. And this will probably still be true in the year 2025. For our direct competitors, the United States are a very strong source of income, and therefore Volkswagen is going to step up its commitment to the US market. The focus will be on the local core segments, that is to say, large SUVs and sedans. We're going to improve our model lineup, and in fact the new Atlas resonated well with the press and the public. And in doing so, we are going to take our US customers seriously. We are going to specify our vehicles with their needs and minds, with the properties that they need in mind, for which they are prepared to spend money. In the second wave, we're going to launch our new electric cars in North America too. Over the next few years, we're going to make major investments in the electric infrastructure. Starting in 2021, we're going to see local production of our MEB-based cars. The motto is Electrify America. At the same time, we have to be very disciplined in terms of spending, and we have to make sure that we fully use the capacity of our US and North American plants by 2020. And I'm confident that as of 2020, we are going to be in the black again, and sustainably at that. The second region that we need to focus on is South America. For a long time, Volkswagen was an institution in this market. However, we have lost this reputation, among other things, because our model lineup is no longer up to date. Now, that's because we launched a major turnaround program in this market, and in fact, we are lowering our capacities and costs in Brazil and Argentina. At the same time, we're investing around 2.5 billion euros in new products. In South America, we'll have a localized version of the MQB. And this variant is going to make our brand even more attractive. It will offer attractive vehicles for the region. We expect that the total market is going to develop positively, and so by 2020 we expect to be back in the black in South America too. Ladies and gentlemen, a central element of our new strategy is the Pact for the Future. Both the strategy and the Pact for the Future are closely intertwined. In fact, they pursue identical targets. The Pact for the Future is going to restore the financial competitiveness of our brand. At the same time, it means that we're going to focus value creation on the projects for the future. By 2020, we're going to invest around 3.5 billion euros in the restructuring of our German locations. We're going to invest in the manufacturing of electric motors and battery systems, and we'll also have a pilot plant for battery cells. The Kassel, Salzgitter and Braunschweig factories will become key suppliers for electric cars. We're going to produce 2 MEB vehicles in Germany, and in fact the whole development team will be realigned with the new tasks in mind, and we're going to massive step up our software development capabilities. In fact, we're going to create around 9,000 new jobs in those projects for the future, and all German plants and locations will be given a long-term perspective, long-term prospects. That means that we are among the first who are really focusing on the future of the automotive industry. No other car maker is so courageous, so bold. in terms of these challenges. So we are spearheading this change. On the other hand, the Pact for the Future is going to make our brand a lot more profitable. Starting in 2020, the Pact is going to improve our profitability by around 3.7 billion euros per year. Ladies and gentlemen, the other thing we need to do and want to do and will do is change the organization. It's got to be more powerful, and we have to make it ready for this new era. We have to change our mindset and our attitude. Volkswagen needs to become a lot faster and a lot more agile if we want to implement our plans successfully. And we're creating the necessary structures right now. Those responsible for the new model lines are going to take decisions themselves, which in the past were taken by the CEO. And in the regions, there will also be a higher level of responsibility for the local business. They will be closer to the market and closer to our customers. Ladies and gentlemen, that summarizes the key areas of focus of our strategy. So this is a specific program, but at the same time we developed a new mission statement. It epitomizes the importance of the Volkswagen brand. Our vision is moving people forward. We don't want to move people merely from A to B. We also want to move them, touch them emotionally with our ideas, with our innovations, with our commitment and passion. We want to be a reliable partner in their lives. And last but not least, we also want to promote the society by offering advanced solutions for the mobility of tomorrow. And to achieve that, we have 4 major targets in mind. We want to have enthusiastic customers. We want to launch sustainable mobility. We want to be a strong team that moves and touches people. And we want to be profitable in the long term. There are specific KPIs behind all those targets, including ambitious, detailed targets, and they define what we want to achieve as a brand between now and the year 2025. Whether we have excited customers can be measured. For instance, we measure how many customers recommend us to their friends and family. We want to improve this KPI by 50%, and we hope that by 2025 our digital platform will have 80 million users. A team that moves and touches people specifically means that our team is to become more international, more diverse, with a greater share of women. And again, we are going to measure that based on certain KPIs. Talking about sustainable mobility, here our target is to sell 1 million electric cars per year. We want to be the first to achieve this figure. At the same time, we want to reduce our CO2 fleet emissions by another 25%, with today as the baseline. And when it comes to the decisive question of profitability, our target for 2025 is operating return on sales of 6%. There's an intermediate target for 2020, which is a 4% operating return on sales. This, coupled with disciplined investments, will generate a positive net cash flow, and the return on investment is to be 15%. When we achieve those targets, our brand will be a solid anchor again, and the group needs it. Ladies and gentlemen, the implementation of our strategy will have 8 brand initiatives, with each initiative being headed by a team of the executive board. The first initiative is to make sure that we are top of volume. Mr. Stackmann and Mr. Welsch are going to work on the required portfolio of attractive and emotional products, services, and other capabilities. Brand initiative number 2 is going to make us competitive in the volume segment. We're going to increase our productivity and efficiency. Mr. Ulbrich, Mr. Antlitz, and Mr. Schmal are going to take care of this initiative. Initiative number 3 will make us the global leader in electromobility. Mr. Welch and Mr. Brandstetter are going to work on the technical implementation and the related cost positions. Initiative number 4 is going to focus on the establishment of a superior digital ecosystem that allows us to establish direct contact with our customers. Mr. Stackmann and Mr. Blessing are going to be responsible for this initiative. Initiative number 5 is going to strengthen our brand leadership and market leadership in Europe and will also secure it in China. And that's a job for Mr. Stackmann and Mr. Ulbricht. Initiative number 6 is going to make us successful in North America. Mr. Antlitz and I myself are going to take care of that. Initiative number 7 will make sure that we are successful in the economy markets, in particular the BRIC markets. Mr. Welch and Mr. Brandstetter are going to focus on the necessary products, brands and cost structures, and initiative number 8 has the target of an agile and an agile organization of integrity, and Mr. Blessing and Mr. Antlitz are going to take care of that. Ladies and gentlemen, in this process, the whole executive board wants to create a new Volkswagen, a Volkswagen that is bold and powerful, a Volkswagen that is going to set standards in the automotive world. Transform 2025 Plus is a very demanding, but I think it's at the same time a very clear plan, and I'm sure that we'll make it. Thank you. So, with that, my colleagues on the board and I are happy to take your questions. Thank you.